In the heart of London, one of its busiest arterial routes is at a standstill, the latest target for environmentalists. Just after 8 a.m, around 20 Insulate Britain protesters moved in to block this roundabout at Old Street, a main access point to the city, to central London and back out to East London. At the same time as this action, fellow protesters once again blocked part of the M25. This is the 12th time these activists have launched direct action on the motorways and main road networks. And despite the obvious disruption it brings, those I managed to speak to were unrepentant.
I'm doing this because we're asking the government to insulate homes. We've got 3 or 4 years to really make a difference. And what are we doing? Don't always, I tend to say to the media, don't always talk about,
Well, what this protester is doing now, of course, is just passive resistance, lying down on the pavement here to ensure that it is as slow and problematic an effort for the police as possible to remove her, but they have now removed her. The government has obtained High Court injunctions to try to stop this disruption, but the organisers say whatever the penalty, they'll continue to block the roads. At one point, a children's ambulance was blocked for a short time, but protesters did move and say it is their policy to allow vehicles on blue lights to pass. Well, almost 2 hours after this protest began, the last of the Insulate Britain protesters are now being processed before being taken away. It's been 2 hours of disruption here, but actually the chaos in the roads around this area is going to last much longer. After several weeks of protests, police are now better prepared to respond and deal more quickly with these incidents. But protester tactics, like gluing their hands to the roadway, take longer to remove. For many of the travelling public, patience is being sorely tested.
It's a disgrace, wasting people's times, resources, won't let ambulances through. Horrible, horrible people, these guys.
You saw an ambulance held up?
Yes, yeah. Complete waste of time, ruining people, others' days and everything, stopping people get to where they need to be. Public services as well, complete waste of time.
But there are also those who sympathise with the aims of the protesters despite the disruption.
If I had to pick a side, I'd say, yeah, keep going. Block all the roads. I mean, it's...
You think it's a price worth paying?
Oh, that's a big phrase. Yeah. I mean, I'm nearly 30. Global warming is going to affect me in my lifetime. We have to solve this problem now.
Preventing the disruption these protests cause is, we're told, now a top priority for government, even making it into the Prime Minister's conference speech with quips about locking them up. But for the time being at least, they're not going anywhere. And frustratingly, for increasing numbers of road users, neither are they. Mark White, GB News, Central London.